So it's Thursday, and I posted my blog, so I wanted to give a summary really quick of what the blog is about this week. And I'm excited to say that I wrote a blog called 7 Effective Components that create a strong case for support. Over the years, I've learned that major gifts are not just for a capital campaign. They are also critical for your annual fund, and the annual fund provides you with unrestricted dollars. And I use that framework to grow my budget when I was in a nonprofit exec from $750,000 to $2.5 million a year. And it all started with a case for support, or a case statement, as some people call it. So what is a case for support or case statement? It's a compelling statement that demonstrates the needs of your client and who you service in your community, and how your organization program impacts that need and the results that you achieve. It's specific to your community and your organization, and it focuses on the local needs and shares those tangible outcomes. So some people think that writing a case for support is very daunting and overwhelming, and it can be. I don't argue with that. However, if you write it right, it can be exciting and compelling and inspire your donors to dream big with you. And it should be written with the point of view of the donor in mind. It should have an emotional appeal to it. It should be clear in its messaging. It should be repeated across many channels. It should tell what you achieve rather than what you do. And does it establish the need for money and how the money would be used? So I kind of want to focus in on this idea around across many channels. That case for support is what you're going to be using throughout the year to build your fundraising campaigns. So when you look at doing your annual report, it should reflect back to when you're looking at doing your annual report, it should reflect back to that case statement. When you're looking to do your website, reflects back to that case statement. When you are looking at your mid-year report, it should reflect back to that case statement. So basically, it is the building block for all your marketing activities within your organization. And so it's pretty, I have a 7-part framework. I won't say it's pretty simple, but I will say that it's a 7-part framework to developing your case for support. And the first part is, one, it needs to have an emotional opening, and you need to make your reader feel something. And don't be the organization that starts off with the history. You need to start off with a story and incorporate the history in that, but make them feel something. That is the job. 2, you need to share your vision. You have 1 or 2 sentences describing your vision. The vision is not about your organization needs. It's about how your organization is making a difference in the lives of others. And so you need to kind of think big. If your ultimate goal is to have a city there where there's no illiteracy, or every child has a personal library of your literacy center, then say that. You want to inspire those donors and you want to excite those donors. The third part is you announce your problem. That's where you tell your readers what's keeping your organization from achieving your vision. Describe what's holding you back. And because when you describe what's holding you back, you're going to also present a statement of the problem that's going to allow you to be able to present what your solution is going to be. And so that's part number 4. What is the solution? What is the plan? How are you going to address it? How are you going to overcome the problems so you can achieve your vision? You're going to spell out simply what you plan to do with the money you raise and why that solves the problem. And then you're going to, with number 5, you're going to talk about the return on investment for your donor. Now, this could be a very explicit next statement, or this could have been incorporated throughout your case for support. You could have spread tidbits of information about the program, about the outcomes and the statistics and story throughout. Or you can simply make a section that's called the return on investment. And then part 6 is going to be the financial, it's going to be the financial needs. How much money does your organization need to raise this year or over the next 3 years? And you're going to let the people know. And then finally, you're going to do a call to action. What can the donor do to help solve the problem and achieve the vision? How they can give and at what level. You may include a mission-focused giving level for the case of support. For example, you may say that $1,000 will provide 20 book library to 20 kids. And you can, or if you're in literacy business, or you can say that $100 will allow 1 kid to go to summer camp. Whatever it is, that's how you can wrap up your call to action. So you just need to make sure your case for support uses simple, clear, and compelling language to articulate the financial resources you intend to ask people to give. And once you have your draft of your first draft of your case of support using those 7 components, I would suggest then that you take that to your board of directors and you have them look at it with a critical eye. They're not looking at it necessarily for the wordsmith and type of words that you're using, but they're looking at it to make sure that the ideas you're presenting are clear, well organized, and emotionally persuasive. So that is how you write a case for support, and that again, the case for support is needed because it's the framework for your fundraising ventures. And so when you're thinking about it, don't get overwhelmed. Look at the blog in detail. It gives it in detail, the different parts, and gives you examples. This is just a summary. You have to remember that. But also, I just want to do my final call to action. If you are not a part of my Facebook group yet, I encourage you to join. It's called the Nonprofit Professionals Exchange. And you can join that group. And in that group, we share back and forth different information. I have Think Tank Tuesdays where you can post your problem and the group can help address that. So it's not just you alone out there. And I'll actually be going into the group more on lives, and you'll be able to actually ask me questions. It's going to be a set time every week, once a week, that I can provide some insight to your specific questions. So the group itself is going to have some great value. And if you haven't liked my page on Facebook, it is called Supporting World Hope, and my website is www.supportingworldhope.com. If you sign up for my newsletter, you will get a password that will take you to a free resource library that I have established on my webpage. So my whole goal, again, if you don't know, is to support nonprofit professionals, and I try to do that by providing these blogs, providing my group, providing free resources in the library. I also provide free webinars on a monthly basis. I do have some paid services. I'll be launching an online 7-week course that works, 6-week course that is going to take you through a 6-week intensive on writing your case statement, telling your nonprofit story, how to leverage and identify donors, how to expand and grow your board and work with your board through engagement. So if you're interested in that, you can find more information about that on my Facebook page. So again, I would like to thank y'all so much out there. And if you need anything from me, you can always go on my website at www.supportingworldhope.com. I do provide a free consultation as well. So thank y'all, and sorry about all the little interruptions. No one ever calls me until I go live, and I always forget to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. But y'all have a great day out there, and I hope everybody is being blessed. Thank you.